Graduation is not the end, but rather a journey to infinite possibilities and opportunities. It marks the beginning of a new horizon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the fourth graduation exercises and second virtual ceremonies of Malaga National High School, school year 2020-2021, with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagkikinig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Let's bow our heads and place ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today in this important event. Bless everyone present here today, that each one of us may be able to share what he or she have for your glory and honor. We pray for our graduates today and lift them before you. We ask for your peace to cover them. We ask for laughter and joy to fill their days. We pray that you would give them boldness and courage to face challenges set before them with the confidence of peace that can only come from your Spirit. Be a lamp for their feet and a light to their path. Shine over them. Fill them with your Spirit. May today be a memory that burns bright within them as they embark on life's great adventure. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention. We ask all of this in your name. Amen.
There of the race
Christine Remigio will give her welcome address.
To our school's Division Superintendent Dr. Thelma Cabadzan Kitalik, CISO 5, to the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Sherlita Palma, CISO 6, to our Education Program Supervisor and District Adopter, Dr. Nelson Villo, our Public Schools District Supervisor Designate, Mr. Pedro Montesilio Jr., to our Dynamic School Principal, Mrs. Rowena L. Oyoa, to our hardworking teachers, supportive parents, fellow graduates, good afternoon. Today is a momentous day for we will be signing off in the senior high stage of our 6 years journey and ready to embark a new portal of opportunities in the days to come. After the difficult time and challenging tasks that we experienced, we are able to stand through test of time brought to us by the pandemic. We have come this day at our best. The product of our sweat and blood is our diploma that today we will be getting together with the knowledge and expertise shared to us by our competent teachers. Sometimes, we cannot avoid the heartaches from things we failed, circumstances that we felt like we are imprisoned that leads to depression and stress brought about by the rigors of modular printed learning and firm pandemic protocols. However, we are more mentally and emotionally developed and equipped because we are trained to be one with the institution that is great and at par with the other schools in the region, the Malaga National High School, a family where good relationship with God and its people is highly promoted to best serve its stakeholders. I would like to take this moment to thank all of the parents for the continued support financially and morally, countless sacrifice, patience, and understanding during our weary hours. You have fostered confidence and passion to chase for our dreams. You have taught us how to be extraordinary our upbringing have been. Thank you for being our number one supporter. Maraming salamat, Mama and Papa. Ang inyong inalay na luha at pawis kakatrabaho ay may magandang naidulot. We can't be here without you. To our senior high school teachers, we cannot thank you enough for the diligent contribution to learning, immense knowledge, encouragement and lift, motivation and enthusiasm that help us to achieve better than what we think we can. We always felt safe in your arms. You are a home, 5 kilometers away from our home because you are our second parents. A bittersweet feeling indeed, knowing that we will miss everything from you. From such risk like hard to approach senior high teachers to a sweet, motherly, loving 9 senior high school teachers who took good care of us during our stay under your roof. To our friends and classmates who became our partners in many of our sleepless nights, you are an inspiration to me in this journey. I will cherish the memories and friendships forever. Graduation doesn't mean we have to say goodbye. This is actually our many hellos to develop more of our talents and skills. The memories will remain in our hearts. At this crowning moment, it is a great pleasure for me to welcome you all to the 4th graduation exercises and 2nd virtual ceremony of Malaga National High School for the school year 2020-2021. My warmest congratulations, good luck, and may God bless us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Thelma Cabadzan Kitalig for her inspirational message.
Greetings to one and all. Special mention to my co-pilot, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Sherlita Palma, the Chief of Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Renato Kagumok, the Chief of School Governance and Operations Division, Mr. Ubaldo Jumangay, the Education Program Supervisors, the Public Schools District Supervisors, the school heads, our completers, and graduates, their parents, and all our school stakeholders. Good afternoon to all of you. Today is another milestone in the history of our education pursuit for the sake of our children and their future. This is the completion and graduation rites of our school children this school year 2020-2021 with the theme Strengthening Quality Education Amidst COVID-19 Pandemic. Also, I consider this event a big celebration of the fruitful partnership we have fostered with our stakeholders, led by our local government officials in the barangays and the city, as well as the cooperation, support, and understanding of our parents. It is worthy to mention that our teachers, the school heads, and supervisors have painstakingly shared all their best efforts with passion, dedication, and commitment. That is why the completion, the graduation rites is taking place today. To our young completers and graduates, I am congratulating all of you to have survived and won the battle against all the many challenges that have confronted you in trying to respond to the teaching learning modalities provided you by our schools during this pandemic. The teaching learning environment is very unusual, that put all of you, all of us, in a problematic, very problematic situation. But all of us did contribute in defining strategies responsive to every issue, event, concern, or even a problem, in solving all of this. So, we achieved all our intentions in reaching this day, your completion, your graduation rites. In this big event, I want you to remember this. Choose to see goodness in everything around you, and you will soon appreciate your life more. Choose to see the good side of every event, thing, or person in your life, and you will never run out of blessings to come. Let love embrace your life as God cares for you. My dear completers and graduates, for you to strengthen quality basic education amidst the pandemic, you should recognize the value of character. It is in your character, in your attitude, in your values, in your willpower that will define your destiny. The achievers are those who do not lose hope in time of adversity. They have a mindset that understands that after the rain, the sun shines brightly in the sky. They are the positive thinkers. They are industrious. They consider an issue a challenge to work on, a problem as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. They do not allow detractors to define their day. They convert obstacles to opportunities. They set goals and achieve them with excellence. They have good relationship with everyone from home down to the community. and they have a very, very high self-respect. These are the sterling traits of achievers, which all of you must inculcate in your mind, develop them in yourselves, and practice them in your everyday life as you continue advancing your education to enable you to reach your ambition or dream in life. To put concrete to this, allow me to mention some of my personal experiences when I was a young student like you. As eldest of the 5 children in a very humble beginning, a very humble family, I took the lead in setting standards when doing home chores. Every weekend, I was in the farm with my mother and younger brother, cutting the grass, planting all kinds of crops available, and harvesting those fit for harvest and bringing them to the market for sale. Occasionally, the 3 of us has to be in the forest to gather firewood enough for the week. Almost all the time in weekends, I was preparing native delicacies like iraid or puto bagol out of cassava, also for sale. So, doing this in those ways, we're no longer asking money from our mother for our projects in school. Actually, in all that we wanted to buy for ourselves when we were in school, like school supplies and snacks, were both out of the income we have in selling root crops, vegetables, and the native delicacies. I also decided to indulge myself and my younger brother in gathering stones at the mountains not far away from the barangay where we were residing in some weekends when we were not in the farm. What did we do with those big stones? Of course, we gathered them just like what the barangay folks were doing, and we put them along the highway, then broke them into pieces, just like what we are noticing or what we have now. When we are having construction, then these small stones are usually, we call them gravel. So those were the things that we have done during those days. And we were selling as well those broken stones. But that time, it was by can. Per can, it was both, I think 15 centavos per can. And we used to have 30 to 50 cans, when the buyer, of the stones or gravel was already around. You see, my brother and I were already very happy when the buyer was already around, because most of the time we were able to make it to 50 cans of gravel and 15 centavos per can. Then we used to receive 7 pesos and 50 centavos. And you know what? Usually it took us about 3 to 4 months for us to be able to come up with that number of cans. But it was an addition to what we already have. Out of the selling of root crops, the selling of vegetables, the selling of the native delicacies. So you see, plus the purchase out of the stones or out of the gravel, Anyway, let me mention to you that my father has worked 14 years in a fishing boat, as a pescador. A pescador is the lowly paid laborer in the fishing boat. But after about 3 to 5 years, probably, my father got promoted to a position they call maestro. As maestro, he was the captain of the boat that stayed for 7 days at sea fishing. When the boat came ashore, we had plenty of fish at home, and this was a weekly scenario. So I learned how to slice the big fish and produce dried fish out of them, also for sale. Additional income again. In my childhood days, my dear young completers and young graduates, what I learned so much was about work. We have never wasted a day with barcadas because we have none. I have none. Yes, I do have friends among neighbors and in the school, my classmates, but we never spent a day for nothing. I do not preach to you to do all this, but I want you to pick up the strong message I am sending out of the simpleness of life I have had in my younger days, but was full of passion, full of hard work, and determination to succeed. To all education program supervisors and key personnel in the division office, to all the public schools district supervisors, to all the school principals, head teachers, teachers in charge, to all our teachers and non-teaching personnel, there is a saying which says, there are 3 kinds of people in this world: those who make things happen, those who watch them happen, and those who never know that everything at all is happening. This we all know. We belong to the first group of people because as teachers, we take hand, we open minds, and we touch hearts. In closing, let me quote Walter Scott. He said, "Whatever understanding we have of ourselves, this is what we become. We can become anything we want because the world exists through the power of beliefs. There is nothing fixed or limiting about human being. All the power of the universe is inside us. Simply put, we are who we think we are. And this we have the power to change, to make a difference." Thank you, and mabuhay tayong lahat. Again, to the graduates, congratulations. To the completers, of course, find your time very soon, either August or September for our next school year opening. Congratulations.
The presentation of the candidates for graduation by Mrs. Rowena Oyua, School Principal.
By virtue of the powers vested in me by the Department of Education, through the Schools Division Superintendent of the City Schools, Dr. Telma Cabadsan Kitalig, CESO 5, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation, 48 males and 61 females, for the school year 2020-2021 who have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the revised basic education curriculum as prescribed by the Department of Education. Grant them all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertain.
by virtue of the power vested in me as the school's division superintendent, and that authority is coming from the office of the regional director, Dr. Jema Ledisma, and in consonance with the pronouncement coming from the two chiefs or the completers, Mr. Chumangay, and then for the graduates, candidates for graduation, coming from Dr. Rini Kagumo. Now, I confirm the following as completers. Kindergarten, 4,072. Grade 10, 3,836. As junior high school, 555. And for the candidates of graduation, I am confirming them graduates. Grade 6, 3,740. Grade 12, 2,981. Fifth year, 35. And arts elementary, 47. With the completion of kinder, all of them, these 4,072 children, are ready for enrollment in any public and private institutions, not just here in Calbayog City, but anywhere in the Republic of the Philippines. For grade 10, they are now eligible for enrollment to the senior high school, also anywhere in our Republic. For the arts junior high school, they are as well ready for enrollment in the senior high school, anywhere in the Republic of the Philippines. For our graduates, for grade 6, they are now eligible for enrollment in any public or private institution in our country. For grade 12, then this group practically has two options. It's either they proceed to college or they proceed to life. Life is all about anything they wish to do in accord with the dictum of moral values and what is accepted by the society. For the 5th year, of course, they are eligible also for enrollment in the next ladder of education. So with this, we have finally succeeded in our journey for the educational attainment of this group of children. That's why congratulations not just to this group of children, but to all of us.
The graduates of Malaga National High School for the school year 2020-2021. Grade 12 Nestor C. Tamidlis Sr. with their class advisor, Mrs. Maria Cristina Carbonera. Grade 12 Mark Anthony Hiray with their class advisor, Mr. Joshua D. Manalon. Grade 12 Merlin C. Pore with their class advisor, Mr. Jason M. Culyamar. Jeffrey A. Floor will give his address of gratitude.
Life is not all about winning. It is also about knowing the value of losing. To our school's division superintendent, Dr. Thelma Cabadsan Kitalik, CISO 5, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Sherlita Palma, CISO 6, to our Education Program Supervisor Designate and District Adapter, Dr. Nelson Bello, our Public Schools District Supervisor Designate, Mr. Pedro Montesilio Jr., to our school head, Mrs. Ruana Oyoa, teachers, parents, fellow graduate, a blistering afternoon to everyone. When the school year started, I have heard lots of compliments. I usually heard from peers that it will be easy for me having modular learning because I can do self-study, I am smart, I am good at everything, and I am always a winner. The thought that many people are admiring me is really flattering, but at the back of my mind, I am afraid. Afraid to disappoint them, afraid to commit mistakes, and afraid to lose. Because most of the people believe in me, I can never fail and I can't lose. Having modular printed learning is not that easy. I've struggled, I've committed mistakes, and I've failed many times. I often say, hindi ko na kaya, ayoko na, suko na ako. But at the end of the day, I always heard myself inside me yelling, laban! Being resilient and optimistic, these are the things I can be proud of. These are the strongest traits in me that have always helped me to be victorious. And I believe that these attributes led me to the glimmer I am having today. I know that you have these spirits too, that undoubtedly speak your attendance today. And that we were able to withstand through incalculable life's tests because of our will to succeed. We may have thought of giving up at the middle of the outrageous days, but our dreams were bigger than our problems. Success is all we've wanted. Reaching the pinnacle of success is a matter between winning and losing. Nobody wanted to lose. We face each uphill battle to bring honor and pride, to win. Being victorious is a fulfillment that we hoped for. That someday, we all be leaving Malaga National High School proud of how we become an asset of the society. We all know that we cannot win in every battle. We also fail and we lose. And this is the challenge that we all have to surpass. Knowing the value of losing. Losing in the sense that in our way towards reaching our goals, we will lose some of our friends because we are going to have separate ways. The circle of friends we have today may not be the same tomorrow. Winning in the sense that at the end of the separate roads, we will meet again and we will be rejoicing together. When that time comes, I believe we already achieved our goals. I will take this opportunity to express my gratefulness to my family, who are always at my back, not pushing me too hard, but encouraged and inspired me to the fullest. To our teachers, thank you for inscribing in the wisdom that can never be taken from us till the end. Thank you for being strict, for the laughter, for being a friend, and our second parents. You made our 6 years in high school a meaningful one. To our friends, thank you for a flash of genuine smile from afar, from silly conversations over messaging app, for backing up during the darkest hours, for a listening ear and kind words I am at my happiest. Thank you for a memory that lingers. Proverbs chapter 2 verse 6 says, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding." A vivid reminder for us that we are nothing without God. Therefore, we should be grateful to him above anyone else. Thank you so much, Lord, for the provision of knowledge and wisdom. All honor and praises for you, O Lord. Congratulations to us graduates of school year 2020-2021. May God bless us all. Once again, a blistering afternoon to everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, a closing message from the school principal, Mrs. Rowena L. Oyua.
Our school's division superintendent, Dr. Telma Cabadsan Kitalik, CESO 5, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Sherlita Palma, CESO 6, our district adapter, Dr. Nelson Bello, our Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Pedro Luces Montesilio Jr., fellow teachers, parents, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day to everyone. Our moving up ceremony and graduation exercises has come to an end. Despite the threat of the COVID-19 pandemic, education being the backbone of the country continued. Indeed, with the theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic, our soldiers on the battlefield of education have made their best effort in ensuring the delivery of quality education to our clientele. Our stakeholders, especially the local government unit and parents, have made a wonderful partnership in the implementation of distance learning under modular printed modality. Dear parents, as we are about to conclude another fruitful and challenging school year, let us once again unite and support our children as they journey to the next higher level of education. School year 2020-2021 is a historical one. From face-to-face classes to a 360-degree shift to distance learning modality, COVID-19 scare has changed our system of education as well as the lives of everyone. The invisible enemy of the land brought anguish and turmoil to people in all walks of life. On seeking inquiry of the impact of coronavirus in the country, the generous Senator Sherwin Gatchalian said, "We will not just strive for the recovery of our education system from the effects of COVID-19. We also need to strengthen the capability of our schools for them to provide quality education during crises and calamities." With this comes the birth of School Learning Continuity Plan. With the school core values, rules, resiliency, unity, leadership, empowerment, and sustainability, Malaga National High School aims to uphold the delivery of quality education while ensuring the safety of our learners under the premise of an empowered, resilient, and sustainable education system. Thus, with strong partnership with DepEd and stakeholders, is the successful implementation of School Learning Continuity Plan. Modular distance learning as our chosen learning delivery modality manifested support system from our stakeholders, which we are grateful beyond words. Along these lines, the fourth graduation exercises of Malaga National High School is now officially closed. Thank you and good day.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaken, but I gotta keep trying, gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle, sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb, the struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle, and sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other
At last, we would like to thank all the people who helped, supported, and encouraged us to finish this momentous event. Also, we would like to express our sincerest appreciation to Tinambakan 3 administrators, especially to our Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Pedro L. Montesilio Jr., for providing us technical assistance to make this event a success. Furthermore, to the following administrators of this wonderful district in helping us in some parts related to quality technical educational works. Dr. Jaime S. Sagayap Jr., Mr. Michael S. Buenaventura, Miss Rowena L. Oyoa, Miss Herminia S. Balanay, Dr. Lilia L. Adel, Mr. Mirardo S. Kumayingking Jr., Miss Veronica B. Pipito, Miss Zara V. Aliego, Miss Lolita M. Labian, Mr. Wenceslao B. Orbeso, Mr. Lanjiboy C. Enriquez. Mabuhay ang Tinambakan 3 District! Again, our dear graduates, our warmest congratulations!